Is Mita Azhari Putri. I'm from PBI 3 class and my attendance class is number 9. Okay, the first I want to read the unit 7. How to give a good speech. So, you have to give a speech and you are terrified. You get nervous, you forget what you want to say, you stumble over words, you talk too long and you bore your audience. Later you think, thank goodness it's over. I'm just no good at public speaking. I hope I never have to do that again. Cheer up, it doesn't have to be that bad. Here are some simple steps to take the pain out of speech making. First of all, it is important to plan. Do your homework, find out everything you can about your subject, and then at the same time find out as much as you can about your audience. Who are they? What do they know about your subject? Do they have a common interest? Why are they coming to hear you speak? Put yourself in their shoes as you prepare your speech. Ask yourself the purpose of your speech. What is the occasion? Why are you speaking? Are you introducing another speaker, moderating a discussion, giving a lecture, convincing someone? There are many possible speaking roles, and each one has its own special characteristics. Make sure you know into which category you fit. Don't spoil your speech by convincing one speaking role with another. Let us suppose that you have been asked to introduce the main speaker at a conference. First, find out the most important and interesting things about the speaker. Then summarize this information in a few remarks. It is all right to tell a joke or anecdote if it is in good taste and will not embrace the speaker. And most important, be brief. Remember, you are not the main speaker, you are introducing the main speaker. If you are moderator, you should begin by giving a quick introduction of the people on the panel. After that, you should try to keep the discussion running smoothly, and you should try to focus on the between speakers. Keep yourself in the background, don't talk too much, and don't interrupt the panelists. Be tactful and be considerate. If you are giving a lecture or explaining an idea, gather as many facts as you can on your subject. Spend plenty of time doing your research, then spend plenty of time organizing your material so that your speech is clear and easy to follow. You use as many examples as possible and use pictures, charts, and graphs if they will help you make your points more clearly. Never forget your audience. Don't talk over their heads and don't talk down to them. Treat your audience with respect. They will appreciate your thoughtfulness. If you are trying to sell something, you will need to convince your audience. Do you want them to vote for a candidate A? Are you offering them a new improved toothbrush? This kind of speech is usually dramatic, but here too you must do your research and know your fact. When you are making your speech, try to relax, speak slowly and clearly, and look at people in your audience. Use simple vocabulary and expressions whenever possible. Pause for a few seconds now and then to give your audience a chance to think about what you have said. Make sure that everyone in the room can hear you. If it is a large room or an auditorium, you will probably have to use microphone. Just remember, be prepared. Know your subject, your audience, and the occasion. Be brief, say what you have to say, and then stop. And be yourself, let your personality come through so that you make person to person contact with your audience. If you follow these simple steps, you will see that you don't have to be afraid of public speaking. In fact, you may find the experience so enjoyable that you volunteer to make more speeches. You are not convinced yet? Give it a try and see what happens. Okay, unit 8. What you don't know about exercise. Exercise everyone advice, but immediately when you run into trouble. There is so much contradictory, sometimes incorrect advice about exercising that you become confused. Test yourself on the following the true false quiz. It will tell you what you need to know. First, the best way to reduce the midsection is to do abdominal exercise. False. Many people believe that when specific muscles are exercised, the fatty tissues in the immediate area are burned off. The third is that exercise burn fat from all over the body, not from one specific area, regardless of the type of exercise. Of course, if you reduce the fat throughout your body, you will certainly see results around your waistline too. 2. To maintain an adequate level of physical fitness, you need to exercise only twice a week. False. Study conducted by NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, show that unexercised muscles lose their strength very quickly. After 48 to 72 hours, you must use the muscle again to reestablish the good physical effects. And what does that mean to you? NASA scientists conclude that while daily exercise is most beneficial, 3 alternating days each week will maintain an adequate level of physical fitness. 3. To lose weight, you should always work up a good sweat when exercising. False. Sweating only lowers body temperature to prevent overheating. It doesn't help you reduce. You may weigh less immediately after a workout, but this is due to water loss. Once you replace the liquid, you replace the weight. 4. You burn more calories jogging 1 mile than walking the same distance. False. You use the same amount of energy whether you walk or jog the mile, since in both cases you are moving the same weight the same distance. The speed doesn't matter. Of course, if you jog rather than walk for 30 minutes, you will cover more distance and therefore burn more calories. 5. If your breathing doesn't return to normal within minutes after you finish exercising, you have exercised too much. True. 5 minutes or so after exercising, your breathing should be normal, your heart shouldn't be pounding, and you shouldn't be exhausted. A beneficial exercise is not overly difficult, unpleasant, and exhausting. It is moderate, enjoyable, and refreshing. 6. Walking is one of the best exercise. True, walking helps circulation of blood throughout the body and thus has a direct effect on your overall feeling of health. 7. Vigorous stretching exercise keep muscles flexible. False. Stretching exercise, for example, twisting or bending at the waist, touching your toes, should be done slowly, allowing the muscle to relax and let go. Vigorous stretching makes the muscle become tighter. 8. The minimum amount of time you should spend exercising in a day is 20 minutes. True, there are more than 400 muscles that attach to your skeleton. A good exercise routine should contract and stretch all these muscles, and the simple cannot be done with 4 or 5 exercises in 5 or 10 minutes. From experience, I have found that about 20 minutes is the minimum amount of time needed for adequate workout. B. How long it takes you to become physically fit depends on how unfit you are when you start. If you are out of condition, you certainly cannot shape up in 21 days. However, shaping up doesn't do any good unless you plan to stay in shape. And that means exercising from now on. It takes as much exercise to stay in shape as it does to get there. But the work won't seem as hard after a while because your body will be in a good condition and all the moves will seem easier. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.